So, when will it end? You see, this January 8th, I'll be 28. That means 2 years from 30. And when I'm 30, I don't quite know what I'll do. They say there's this thing called the midlife crisis, but if I really look at my life, I've been living a crisis since the day I was born. The clock is ticking down. There's less and less time each day. It's really a good thing that I don't look at birthdays like most people do, because man, the level of sorrow and misery that some people bring to the table when they talk about growing old and gaining numbers on their age, right, is pretty intense. It's just about as intense as that intro, in fact, but I've never been that type of person. As I've gotten older, it's just been another number, and I've always done my best to try and take care of myself and, you know, get better at taking myself as I've gotten older, so I've always kind of felt like there wasn't ever really a reason to be concerned with age. I mean, there's like enough stuff going on in life, right? Enough things for you to worry about and stress about without you really worrying too much about how old you're getting or the number that might lie before you on the calendar, you know? There's no reason to get too caught up in that stuff. So, the number 28, it will indeed be my birthday actually next Monday, but I'm going to be celebrating this weekend with some friends and family, and I figured we'd hop into some Titanfall 2 live commentary on the PC and see if we couldn't go crazy with the Kraber. And it turns out, this turned out to be a pretty good start, you know? Pretty good start. This is actually my Cold War match for the day, which I swear, sometimes, guys, sometimes it's that first match that is my best match, let me tell you. Ooh. They are grouping up pretty heavily, though, which they're ripe for the pickings. But we really gotta find a way to focus ourselves here. And I got way off track. That intro didn't go as planned. I had another line of dialogue that I kind of thought up in my head for that, and then I just flubbed it. But anyways, you guys get the point. You know, it's like as you get older, I guess the one thing I used to stress a lot about was like, oh wow, I'm not really where I want to be at. But then you come to the realization, like, as long as you're working towards it, man, that's really what matters. A lot of people will use the idea that, oh, I'm too old, or this is my age, as basically a means for continued procrastination, right? So, like, they're already at a point in their life where they're like, man, I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that. Instead of just doing it, they instead spend all of their time sitting there, oh, I'm too old, you know, there's no point now. But it's just so not true, man. You're never too old. You're never too old to chase your dreams, to chase the things you wanted to do in life, man. Just defy all those age barriers and just get out and do it. Especially if you're in the fortunate position to be in good health still, you know? You really don't want to waste that time then. You know, you could be in a position where you can get up and walk, you could hike a mountain if you wanted to with a little bit of effort put into your exercise regime or something like that. So don't ever let the numbers that make up the years of your life define how you live. And definitely don't let it be something that restricts you from doing the things you wanted to do. That's my word of advice for you guys as I look to celebrate my 28th birthday in the coming days. That is a turret. But I'm actually really excited about some of the things I'm going to talk about over the next... That worked out, man. That we popped that stim and that actually allowed us to get away from his grapple hook melee. We got to get rid of these turrets, man. These things are everywhere, guys. Can't leave them turrets unchecked, you know? That's not a player. Alright, let's do this thing. It's another turret we gotta get rid of. Whew. Alrighty. Man, I was like hoping I'd actually do really poorly. And a lot of people like wonder why my commentary is bad when I do really fleshed out discussions. It's just the side effect of it, man. Like, if you want the discussion to be really good, typically the gameplay is gonna suffer from it. Sometimes I can get into like a sort of zen moment where both do really well, but when it comes to the Kraber, especially on mouse and keyboard, man, I need too much focus. Does that guy know that guy was behind him, or did somebody kill him already? I don't know. They've got 4 Titans up, like that. I'm gonna go like try and hide somewhere. I don't have my Titan up. We haven't farmed quite enough grunts, which is actually why, for those of you who don't know, why you see me sometimes run Smart Pistol with the Krabers so I can farm grunts. Rather than having to do it with my secondary and having to like potentially slow myself down in order to like get grunt kills, I can just farm the grunts with the Smart Pistol, which is a pretty great move. It does abandon your secondary weapon, which can be frustrating at times, but it's really worth it in my opinion. They got 4 Titans up though. We definitely need to get Titanfall and go help our team out here. Let's see if we can't make some plays happen with Ion. bring the noise and all that goodness. You know what I have done though, guys, in terms of like a, you know, like making sure that I take my birthday as an opportunity to spend time with friends and family. That's pretty much every holiday in my life. Like, the only reason I enjoy the holidays that we have, the only reason I take advantage of as many holidays as I can, is because it's just another opportunity, another excuse for my friends and family to get together. You know, especially like with my brother. Him and I are both always super busy. You know, even living like literally 3 blocks from each other, we rarely see each other. So, you know, it's an excuse to like actually physically see one another. That's what I like about B-Days and Christmas and all that goodness. We should have jumped out earlier. Woo! That was weird. You guys see that? We got him in the end though, but John freaking Rambo. See, right now if I would have had the smart pistol, we could have just cleaned those guys up. That is usually why I run something like this. Then we would have had a really big lead. It's a lot of Spectres, you know? Could have had a really big lead on our next Titan, which would have been swell. Whenever you're running with the Kraber, man, you just gotta listen for them goosers. Listen for them. They're like music to my ears. You know, I saw the clock, and I thought it was that guy on our team because of the name tag, and then I didn't think anything of it. Oh man, I really flubbed that one, guys. Oh wait, think he'll turn around? Nah. It's the same guy who just killed me actually with cloak. He's a little bit focused. He needed to make it to the other side of the train, otherwise he was going to be late for a meeting with his lover. Oh dear, I must make it to the train, otherwise I will miss dear Katie. I must confess my true love to her. She must know how I feel about her, lest she spend the rest of her life with the one they call Iniquity. Oh jeez, I actually do need to speak a little bit on Iniquity, guys, and this community as a whole. I'd be neglecting something really important if I didn't momentarily talk about how awesome this community is and how wonderful it is to be friends with people like Iniquity and Butterbar and like, dude, the list just goes on. Actually, let's just name everybody: OP, Egg, Jared Dude, Dinosaur, Mecha, Ishii, Polar Bear, who I know doesn't play too much Titanfall anymore, but still very much a part of the community in my opinion. You know, anyone who's ever played Titanfall and supported this game, even if they don't play it anymore, will always be on my radar for being awesome. You know, there's just so many people, and I know I'm missing people. There's more people I can count on there. Frothy, you know, just Moy, like, it just, this is one of the most spectacular communities I've ever had the chance to be a part of. There's no sort of, there's just no drama between any of us. We're all just here to play Titanfall and to be awesome to one another. And Iniquity raising that money for Butterbar yesterday, and everybody helping raise that money for Butterbar, dude, that was just like the best thing ever, man. Like, you guys are awesome. We're just, this community is the best thing ever. I really just want to put that out there, and send my best to all of you. Obviously, send my best to Butterbar and the missus, but just damn, man, what a bunch of cool fucking people. That's all I can really say, and I guess I'll leave it at that. We'll get back to the commentary, but that's the kind of stuff, you know, where it's like when I sit here and I think to myself, oh man, gaming communities, you know, whew. You know, it's hard with a bigger community. That is the one thing that will always be glorious about Titanfall. It's hard with the bigger community because there's so many people to try and find like your niche within that community of people who are there to have a good time and who aren't there to just stir up shit. Like, it's difficult to do in a game like Overwatch, something like that. But we've been blessed with a tight community in Titanfall that has given us the ability to you know, to have this fantastic little group of people that I am very proud to call real friends, you know? Like, if somebody asked me, is there anyone you've ever met online that you'd want to meet in real life? And I could just say everyone in the Titanfall community. Like, let me just meet up at a giant barbecue somewhere with all these people, because we would have so much to talk about, and I guarantee we would, you know, we would connect like we've known each other our entire lives. It wouldn't even be a thing to run up and hug somebody from the Titanfall community. It would just be second nature. You know, that's so fucking cool, dude. That seriously makes me so happy, man. Regardless of where this game goes, where the future of this franchise goes, it's been an experience that I will never forget, and I don't think I will ever forget any of the people who I've met throughout this, you know, whether it be other creators or just people who played the game alongside of me. Those of you guys who maybe showed up to my stream or watched my content, you know, like, you know, it's not just the creators even, it's everybody, you know. It's people who follow me on Twitter who poke me, people who watch the videos, people who I've just gotten to know in the community, who maybe don't necessarily create content but are just always there doing cool things in the community, you know. So thank you to all of you, and I think we all actually do deserve a big pat on the back for ourselves for just being a group of people who was willing to look beyond everything else to build a really strong relationship with a bunch of people that we barely knew in real life. We didn't know at all in real life in some instances. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to be spending the rest of the weekend with some friends and family for my birthday. In case you guys don't know, Winter Games Done Quick, which is a big speedrunning charity marathon, starts on Sunday. And if you've never watched that, if you've never watched speedrunning, honestly, SGDQ and the AGDQ, the Winter GDQ are the #1 place to start watching speedrunning. Some of the best, coolest people in the speedrunning community just doing their thing, being awesome for charity. Like, I can't recommend it enough, man. Do yourself a huge favor and check it out this Sunday. It's going to be going live in the afternoon, I believe. And that's going to be it, guys. I think we still got 4 minutes, but this match is about to wrap up. Unfortunately, their team's going to take the lead. I kind of fell apart at the end there in terms of my performance, but all good. It's all good. We talked about some things we needed to talk about. And the first half was pretty snazzy, wouldn't you agree? Had some good moments in there. I liked it. If I could just get that guy would make my day, but I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately. Let's get our eye on. I don't think we're coming back from this one. It's just the tolerances are too tight. They're too close, ladies and gentlemen.
Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Vehicles are close stop. You've lost well.
John freaking Rambo, get back in the battlefield, my friend. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. It was a GG. I lost track of things, but we talked about some things that absolutely need to talk about. Just remember, you know what? You're awesome. Just remember that this weekend, guys. I know it's 2018. A lot of you guys thinking about things you got to do. Maybe you're going back, you know, figuring out your plans for the future. Regardless of how you treat the new year, I know the new year for all of us is very much a time in which we're thinking about what's next. And I hope that you remember through all of that you're awesome. You can do awesome things. Don't worry about how old you are. Don't take the people around you, your friends, your family, the people who have bothered to make a positive connection with you. Don't take any of that for granted, because, man, one day it will be all gone. And who knows what's there in the afterlife for us. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something. But just cherish the time you have now. Make the most of it. And never, ever doubt your abilities. Never doubt. Never doubt yourself. Let's leave it at that. The Firestar didn't doubt itself right there, and neither should you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one.